Level 1. The Blizzard Hook. The blizzard of 1846 screams outside your cabin, burying everything in 12 feet of snow. For weeks, you have eaten nothing but boiled leather, ox bones, and frozen mud. Now, your children are crying in the dark, their lips blue, their bodies shivering from the frost. In the corner lies the cold, lifeless body of your companion. Your stomach twists with a horrific, primal hunger. You stare at the knife in your hand and the boiling pot in the center of the room. You know what you must do to survive. The ultimate taboo. The only way to keep them alive. But as the blade touches the flesh, your mind drifts back to Springfield, when this journey first began, before you chose the path to hell. Level 2. The Departure. Springfield, Illinois, April 1846. You are James Reed, a wealthy businessman, proud and full of ambition. California is calling. A land of endless green pastures and gold. You build a massive, 2-story palace wagon for your family, equipped with a spring-loaded stove and velvet seats. You are the envy of the town. 89 pioneers join the wagon train, led by the Donner brothers. You carry thousands of dollars in gold, thinking your wealth can buy anything, even safety. The sun is shining, the oxen are strong, and you promise your children a paradise. You do not see the shadow of doom following your wagon wheels into the western wilderness. Level 3. The Hastings Cutoff. By July, the journey is slow, but your spirits are high. Then, you meet Lansford Hastings. He distributes a guide, promoting a new shortcut through the Great Basin. He promises it will save you 300 miles. The experienced mountain men warn you. They say the path is untested and dangerous. But your pride wins. You are in a hurry to reach California, to claim your empire. You persuade the others to follow Hastings. You turn your wagons away from the safe, established Oregon Trail. You steer them into the rugged, unknown canyon. Each turn of the wheel takes you further from civilization and closer to the trap. Level 4. The Great Salt Lake Desert. The shortcut becomes a nightmare. Instead of 2 days, it takes you 6 days to cross the Great Salt Lake Desert. The heat is suffocating. The dry mud clings to the heavy wagons. Your massive palace wagon is too heavy. The oxen collapse and die one by one. You are forced to abandon your treasures and walk through the salt flats. Water runs out. Your throat burns, and panic spreads through the caravan. The pioneers begin to look at you with anger. Your gold is useless here. It cannot buy a single drop of rain. The delay has cost you weeks, and the mountain peaks ahead are already turning white. Level 5. First Blood. Tensions boil over. In the Nevada desert, 2 wagons entangle. An argument escalates into violence. John Snyder, a young teamster, beats your oxen in a rage. You step in, and Snyder strikes you with his whip, cutting your face. Blinded by anger, you drive your hunting knife into his collarbone. Snyder falls, dying in the sand. The pioneers are furious. They demand justice. They want to hang you. Your wife begs for mercy. Instead of hanging, they exile you, throwing you out into the wilderness with no weapon and no horse. You are forced to walk ahead, alone, leaving your family at the mercy of the angry crowd. Level 6. Trapped by snow. While you struggle to reach California alone, the caravan crawls toward the mountains. It is late October. They reach Truckee Lake, just 80 miles from safety. But the winter of 1846 arrives a month early. A massive blizzard strikes, dumping feet of snow in hours. The mountain passes are blocked by giant white walls. The oxen are buried alive. The pioneers are trapped. They hastily build rough wooden cabins, huddled together in the dark. The cold is merciless, freezing the blood in their veins. They look up at the mountain, realizing they are prisoners of the Sierra Nevada. Level 7, the starving camp. Back in California, you desperately try to organize a rescue party, but the war and the snow block your path. Meanwhile, at the lake, the hunger begins. First, they eat the last of the oxen. Then, they boil the hides to make a glue-like jelly. They eat their pet dogs. They boil old bones. They chew on pine needles. The children are crying, their bodies wasting away to skeletons. Mothers watch their infants starve in their arms. The cabins become tombs. As the first members of the party die from starvation, the survivors pile the frozen bodies in the snow, praying for a miracle. Level 8, the forlorn hope. December brings no relief, only more snow. In a desperate bid, 15 of the strongest pioneers, including several women, build makeshift snowshoes. They call themselves the Forlorn Hope. They set out to cross the mountains. With only 6 days of meager rations, they walk into the white void, blinded by the glare, freezing. On the third day, a blizzard traps them. Their fire goes out. They huddle under a blanket, waiting for death. One by one, the weak collapse and die. The survivors are too weak to bury them. They look at each other, and the silent dead, with hollow eyes. Level 9, the ultimate taboo. The hunger breaks their minds. To survive, they must commit the ultimate sin. They cut the flesh from the frozen bodies of their friends, weeping as they eat. They label the meat, ensuring no one eats their own family members. When the native guides, Luis and Salvador, refuse to eat, they are shot to provide more food. Out of the 15 who set out, only 7 crawl out of the mountains, their hands stained with blood, their souls shattered forever. They have crossed the line, but they are alive. They carry the news of the horror waiting at the lake. Level 10, the rescue parties. You finally lead the first rescue party, climbing the vertical walls of snow. When you reach the cabins, the silence is deafening. You call out, and a skeletal woman emerges from a hole in the snow. Her eyes are wild. She asks if you are from heaven. The camps are a graveyard. Frozen limbs and gnawed bones scatter the ground. You find your wife and children miraculously alive, but they are mere ghosts. You carry them out, walking over the graves of those who did not survive. You see the madness in the survivors' eyes, a look that will never leave them. Level 11, the survivors and legacy. Only 45 pioneers survive the Donner Party. The news shocks the nation, branding the name Donner with cannibalism and horror. You rebuild your life in California, becoming a wealthy founder, but your gold cannot wash away the memories. You hear the howling wind in your sleep, you see the blank eyes of the dead, and you remember the taste of survival. You saved your family, but at the cost of your humanity. Your name is written in the snow, an eternal warning of pride and the dark depths of the human heart, and now you are history.